All right, here's some stuff I like.
Stuff I like, stuff I like, beep, 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 beep.
So, my wife loves it when we play that. We're talking about the pictures. Here are some pictures I saw over the weekend. I took my first day off of the year this weekend, and my wife and I went to the wonderful Norton Simon Museum in Pasadena. It is a spectacular small museum with beautiful gardens, and I was looking at the paintings. The guy who made the collection, I guess it was Norton Simon, he's just had fantastic taste. And I was looking at two paintings from the 17th century and two from the 19th century. And I want to show you these because they really do speak about something that is at issue in our culture when we talk about Bible literacy. One of them was the birth of John the Baptist. This is from the 17th century. The painter's name, Murillo. And I'm showing it here, but obviously some people are listening. First of all, the faces in it are unbelievable. The face of the young woman attending the baby, gazing at that baby with such tenderness, and you can just tell that she's unmarried, that she doesn't have a child, that she yearns to have a child. You can see her whole life in her face. It's just an amazing piece of work. But what strikes me about it, of course, are the little angels up on top breaking through the clouds above and watching this, which suggests a level of meaning to the scene that it doesn't necessarily have in nature, right? If you just look at it, it's just a baby. The ladies are taking care of it. There's a man in the background there, but they're all, and the mother, Elizabeth, is lying in her labor bed. But the angels suggest that this is important at another level of meaning. The same thing is true of this beautiful painting of Joseph and the infant Christ, also 17th century by Basiccio, I think his name is. Beautiful, beautiful painting of this. Obviously, in tradition, Joseph was an older man and the baby's playing with his gray beard. But over his head, he's got a halo. And there was another picture of St. Peter denying Christ. And just very, very vaguely, you just see this halo kind of dimly up above their head, suggesting that this has a meaning, a deeper meaning than just a man with his son. It's not just a man with his infant son and the joy of it and the joy of old age confronting new life. It's not just about that. There is also a second level of meaning. Now we move into the 19th century and the Impressionists. You have a Van Gogh, a picture of a peasant, and nothing like that. It is all about the artist, what the artist sees. It's impressionism. It's the artist's impression. And there is no other level of meaning except the meaning of human consciousness, the meaning of a heavenly level, of an exterior, a superior level of meaning has vanished from this. The same thing is true of Degas, who did these wonderful paintings. This one is of a laundress, where she is yawning, and you can just see Degas was in love with the female form. He found the beauty of the female form in not just in ballerinas, but in ordinary people. Here, these ordinary women. That motion she's making of yawning and stretching behind her back, it's just amazingly realistic and real. But no other level of meaning. It is the fact of life. Now, I'm not criticizing one of these over the other. I'm not saying that one is better than the other. Both of them represent the society as it was moving, where it was moving. This was what art was now reflecting. Art was now reflecting the mind of the painter, the eyes of the painter, rather than an outer reality that had a superior reality above it. Those are two different ways of looking at the world, and it is the issue that is haunting our society right this moment. It is every issue. Every issue is this issue. Is there another level of morality and meaning, or is it all about the way we see things? If we are the happiest, richest, most powerful society on earth, and yet we're aborting 50 million babies a year, are we a good society? Is there any meaning to that at all, or is that nothing? I mean, these babies in these cherubs looking down, they're not saying, oh, don't sleep with somebody out of wedlock. They're not saying, no, don't be gay. They're simply saying, life has a moral meaning. We don't necessarily know all the time what it is. We maybe approach it with half measures, but it is there, and we can start to talk about what we do and the actions that we take in terms of that superior moral meaning, and why we turn to books like the Bible, why we turn to even to Buddhist scriptures and all the other metaphysical scriptures that work metaphysically above the physical. And somebody the other day at church pointed out, the pastor at church pointed out that we are so opposed to hierarchy because we think it means something is higher than something else, but that's not actually its source. It actually comes from a word meaning sacred. It's the hierarchy means to rule. It is the rule of the sacred. We have actually ended that rule, and we have decided that we are the arbiters in what we see and our impressions. We're living in an impressionistic world. What we see and our impressions are the final moral arbiter. And that's why there's so much there's so little debate about issues and so much attack on personal people. Well, you're a racist, you're a sexist, you're a homophobe, therefore your opinions don't matter. It's entirely possible you could be any of those things, and your policy opinions could be absolutely true. But we have ceased to believe in that other level, those angels watching us, those halos over people's heads. We've stopped believing in that. And so it's impossible to have debates on a moral level. And that's why I think Bible literacy is such a good thing. We might want to remember that whether we believe in that level of meaning or not, it's there. It's there. And so we're going to be answerable to it in the long run, if only in the fall of our society, if not in eternity. All right. Tomorrow I will be back. I'm Andrew Klavan. This is The Andrew Klavan Show. We will see you then.